Damn, it's hot as fuck out here, dude. I'm gonna do this shit as quick as possible. Welcome to the Breakdancing News Show, everybody. My name is Greed, and today is a cautionary tale. I'm going to tell you a little story, you know what I'm saying, about hangarounds and groupies. But before that, let me explain what I mean by that. So when it comes to breaking, and when it comes to your crew and the scene, there's the core, right? Which is crews, not just your crew, but other people, other crews, other crewless breakers. Outside of that is the friends of the crew, close friends of the crew, or like family members, girlfriends, boyfriends, homies that, you know, kick it sometimes. People who are actually your friends, but culturally don't participate. They're still an important part of the scene. They're just not culturally involved. Outside of that are what I call groupies and hangarounds. Now, I know the word groupies has negative connotations to it, and groupies can be guys and girls, all right? But a hangaround isn't always a groupie, but a groupie is always a hangaround, because they're always hanging around. If you spend your days hanging around the groupies and the hangarounds and actually considering those people your friend, that's not cool. Those people are not your friends. They will leave you as soon as you're not cool anymore. They will get you in trouble. They will start shit on your behalf. I've got stories about hangarounds and groupies. Here's one of them. You see that video up there that's playing? Well, that was an event thrown by some dude with the name Robot something Robot, whatever. I was at that event, right? My crew won the event. I didn't battle. I was just spectating. I was recording. My crew, you know, 3 of them were battling these other 3 dudes from Texas. I forgot the crew's name. I know the crew's name, but I'm not gonna put them out there. But the crew from Texas came over here and they had 3 girls with them. I'm not gonna call them groupies. I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but 3 hangarounds. You know what I'm saying? I don't think they were their real friends. At least at least not by their behavior, because these girls were known to go from city to city and visit different scenes, and they would only talk to the top guys. You know what I'm saying? The top breakers in whatever crew. So during this whole event, you know, these girls that these dudes brought were just talking here and there with my crew members. But at the very end, right, when it's the crew from Texas versus Knucklehead Zoo, it got down to a tiebreaker. The tiebreaker happens, and both crews are around the judges, and the crew from Texas is straight grilling Cujo, because Cujo was one of the judges. 3, 2, 1, they named Knucklehead Zoo as the winner, and this fool, all 3 of them were like, fuck you, like straight up. That one dude put both of his fingers in Cujo's face. Like, Cujo got up like, yo, what the fuck? You know, they had to separate him, right? About 20 minutes later, we find, you know, we're outside the jam, you know, and the girls just start talking, you know, to Knucklehead Zoo, the winners of the whole jam. And they're asking the girls like, dang, why'd they get so angry? They're all mad. And then the girls were like, they drove all the way over here from Texas with like very little gas money and very little money on them, and they were depending on this money to pay for rent. After the jam, you know, the girls straight up start ignoring the guys that they came with, ignoring them, and they're just hanging out with Knucklehead Zoo, with my crew. They switched it up. They switched over because their homies lost. See what happens? Don't trust hangarounds. And so I'm going, you know, it's nighttime now. I'm walking outside the jam, and I'm about to get in my car, you know, that I rented because it was in Tucson. And then all of a sudden, my crew pulls up next to me, and they're like, yo, hey, yo, Greed, man, like, come kick it, fool. You know, us and the girls, we're going back to the motel to kick it. And I was like, nah, I'm good, dog. I'm tired, bro. I'm heading to the hotel. If you leave with somebody else's groupies, it's some people ain't gonna take kindly to that, and it's just bullshit drama, bro. Trust me, it ain't worth it. So moral of the story is, do not hang around groupies and hang-arounds, okay? Don't consider them your friends. Don't tell them your personal business. So, you know, that shit was fucked up, dog. Like, they lost the battle and they lost their girls, bro. They had to drive home. And that was probably like a messed up, that was probably like a lonely drive home, just angry. Don't let desperation be the basis of your whole breaking career. You know, I gotta make it. I gotta make this money. I gotta win. You don't want to live like that, bro. Or maybe you do. I don't know. Maybe you like that. So, you know, go ahead. Have fun.